Hello guys, welcome back. Had an interesting day today. Had a dream, thought it was a different god. Long story short, I made offerings to that god, even had played that zombie game for that god, only to find out it was actually Odin. I don't know why Odin did it other than Odin wanted to have the ability to take hostages and negotiate terms. And what he was madly mad about was that I didn't dedicate the dead in my microphone. I didn't dedicate my dead in that game to him. So as soon as I said, okay, I'll meet your terms, all the traffic on the channel picked up, because that game had originally been up for like 4 or 5 hours and not one view had gone on. And I was like, well, maybe I've offended people, maybe I don't like it, whatever, maybe even YouTube's blocking it, even though it looks like it's public, so I took it down. I put the other one up. And that was up for a couple hours too, and strangely enough, nobody was looking at it. And I'm like trying to think, well, maybe the channel, something, maybe people didn't get notified, but you know, it was still weird. And Odin had taken hostages so that he could negotiate his terms. And I agreed to meet his terms because, strangely enough, as I was looking, I came across several articles. One made me mad. Because this is one of those people that wants to have it both ways. The gods come down in possession, but the gods don't exist. And this person has often said disrespectful things about the All-Father. I don't mean like when you work with a god and you get super casual. I mean like really disrespectful things like Odin isn't the leader of anything. Yeah. And I've noticed that Current is starting to run through paganism. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's like pushback for the people that are too aggressive with Odin or what it's coming from, but I don't like it much. So as I was doing my research, I came across that, and I came across the article by a fairly well-known Odin's woman. And the title of the article was Suck It Up, Buttercup. And it talked exactly about what I was going through, about how gods can claim you against your will. And he made a certain type of claim, and I just looked at him in horror, and I said, "You're an uncivilized barbarian." He goes, "Good, do you know who I am?" Then he goes into the God of War speech. So, yeah. He was having none of it, and I think he did that because he wanted to bring out that aggressive side, because this was another God of War that he impersonated. He wanted to bring out that aggressive warrior. He knew that aggressive warrior was in there somewhere, and he wanted to see this aggressive warrior. And then I looked at him, and I said, did I ever serve this other god, ever? And Odin just smiled at me. It's a smile he gets. I think I only actually have 2 gods, Loki and Odin. I think those are the only 2. I don't think anybody else exists at this point. But yeah, he had great fun. He took hostages. He got all my dead dedicated to him. And I couldn't believe he actually wanted that, because I'm like, you know this is a video game and they're just zombies, right? I don't care. Those are your dead. You killed them on the field of war. Fine, fine. So he goes, good. Because those are mine anyhow. Meanwhile, in Happy Bunny Land, I had looked up articles on dealing with him, and there are these writings of Odin, and I mean no disrespect, but this Odin was talking about going out, collecting flowers, and to hug one another, and that the gods don't know love, but when we hug one each other, they learn love. And I'm sorry, this is Odin we're talking about. And I'm like, yeah, that's how he was talking for a while with me, all sweet and innocent and kind. And then he just totally lost it, and God of War came out, and the God of Gallows, everything else. And I looked at him, and I was like, I was wondering where the actual Odin was. Where did Peaceful Cuddle Odin come from? He's like, I can do what I want. So, I'm not saying he doesn't have that aspect to him. I'm just saying that if that's all he started talking like about cuddling each other and loving one another, and picking flowers, I would be worried about him. I'd be like, what happened to you? But it was also a site that doesn't think Odin's a god. They think Odin's just a concept and all gods are just concepts that we can pick up and down at will. That concept took hostages and demanded my dead is what that concept is. It's like, yeah. So we made Nongshim together. It was really good. The black spicy ramen. The box was up there for a couple recordings. Yeah, we made that. So we bonded over the dead and him taking hostages and him doing an impression of another god and getting what he wanted. Because he tricked me into putting his seal on this house, but is what he did it for. I know exactly what he did it. Son of a bitch. Odin tricked me. It just dawned on me, because the weird part is it's snowing, but the snow where I put the seal melted. Son of a bitch. So Odin tricked me. Because Odin is smart. Be like Odin. But that's why I admire him. And he was right. He's like, you're being too namby-pamby and watching all this. Better. But it's good to be peaceful. It's not good to take it to an extreme and then wonder what's wrong with you when you want to go off and play a shooting game or you lose your temper or something. So, moderation, all things. And he was very happy that I was ready to punch somebody when I read that article about him. And the guy claims to be an Odin expert, but, you know, he talks trash about Odin. Odin was never the leader of anything, and people didn't even like Odin, and people didn't even worship Odin. Dude, I would be in jail right now. I would be in jail right now, because I can imagine how nice it would be to hit that person. That's why we have violent video games, to get the stress out. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.